Welcome back to another Disorderly Reviews brought to you by Transcendent Studios. I'm Peter Vawter, and today we're reviewing MLB's The Show 22. Again, this isn't a review of whether the game is good or bad. It's simply a review of the game from a PTSD and other anxiety standpoint. We do these reviews in hopes that you can get a feel for the game before you purchase it and see if it's the right game to help you in your healing process. So let's jump into this game and see if it's right for you. Be sure to stick to the end to see the full review score and see what we think of it. So there's a few things I tend to like about baseball. It's usually a quite relaxed game, and with little spigots of energy, and this game captures that really well. There's a few things that I think are really amazing about these modern video sports games. One is the excessive amounts of settings. Um, they have tons of settings for both you and your opponent, tons of settings on how the game is played, how it's presented, the audio. You can select the type of music you listen to. You can select a music roster, that kind of stuff. You can also create your own players and your own teams. The customization of this game is outstanding. Definitely 10 of 10 on these. An area that I find is necessary for me is one that I call bite-sized, which for me means how often can I save the game and can I stop if I'm getting overwhelmed or if my eyes are having issues. And this game is kind of an interesting beast in that area, in that if you sign up for a whole 9 innings, you can't pause and save the game at any time. You simply have to play through those 9 innings or end it. However, that being said, you can pick games of almost any inning size from 1 to 9. And so it's kind of a give and take. I gave it a middle score on bite-sized because once you're in a game, there's no way to pause it and save, which is kind of odd to me. Control, composure, and visuals in this game, I think, are amazing. I'm not a sports game fan, but not once did I feel like I didn't have control over what was going on, where the ball was going, where my people were going. I was really surprised. There's tons of different batting modes, tons of different pitching modes, tons of different fielding modes, and you can mix and match them all to see what you like best, what works best for your head, what works best for your reflex times, and everything. This game also has rubber banding, which is nice, so it can learn how well you play and kind of match your opposing teams to that. Um, of course, these games have great online play where you can pitch yourself up against challenges, um, worldwide scores, play with friends, that kind of stuff. However, often those things tend to fall off in the following years. Just something to know. I, for one, own NBA 2K19, and its online is very, very limited nowadays, and a lot of things have been stopped for that game. And so just know that buying this might be affected in the future as to some of these ratings coming or going, or might not even stay available for online, depending. Here you can see you can select so many different things from time of year, time of day, cloud cover, amount of innings, fast play, stuff like that. It's really a terrific game for customization, setting up your own teams and rosters, and if you're a baseball lover, I think it's pretty amazing. Again, the game isn't all intense. If you want to edit the music setups and stuff like that, you can kind of calm the game down. There is some pretty upbeat music that some might find very difficult in the gameplay. Um, and back to how beautiful this game is, even on the Switch here, it looks stunning. Um, it's almost hard to tell it's not almost like full movement capture video. It's pretty beautiful. Um, Again, the control is great. Um, I think it looks stunning. For instance, here for pitching, I feel like I have beautiful control over where to put that ball. And as you can see, it's just an ideal game for control and feeling like you're in the game of baseball. So there's a lot going really well for this game. A couple of things that I dislike about this game are, of course, with most of these sports titles, the cost is pretty rough, and to get the full roster and everything unlocked usually costs very much near $100. Um, and I understand that, as people all need to be um, paid, and the music is all actual music. So, however, the value I rate pretty low on this game. And in the coming years, though, these games tend to drop down very cheap. Um, and most can be gotten for under $10 or $15 a year or two after they're released, even the physical cartridge. So if this is a game that you think you might enjoy, possibly waiting a year or two to pick it up might be where it meets that sweet spot um, for your financial status. I know that many people with disabilities are on disability, and finances are something that can cause tons of stress, and that isn't something that needs to be added to people's lives. So, again, that's a quick review from a PTSD standpoint of MLB's The Show 22, and hopefully that helps you decide if this game might be right for you in the stress area. Uh, I'll show you my full review here, full review score in a moment. Usually anything above 75 is what I would call unequivocally a good choice for anybody with stress. And this is well above 75. I believe it's 78, which is pretty impressive and surprised me when I began to play it. So again, thank you. Feel free to like this video. Leave your comments. We'd love to hear what your thoughts are and on our criteria and our critiques of these games. And if you have friends who are suffering from PTSD and dealing with stress but love to game, feel free to share these with them. Hopefully it'll help them decide if this game is right for their healing as well. Thank you again for joining us today. This is Peter Vawter for Transcendent Studios, and we're here with you on your journey. Continue to invest in you. You're worth it. Thank you so much, and have a great day.